I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 6:33.
Recording in progress.
Everything's good? Okay. Do we have any additions?
Yes, I sent a letter around, the one that we talked about last meeting. I sent it around for us to talk about sending to our congressional delegation.
Yep. I haven't seen it because my phone's not taking emails today, but, okay. And so that could be an addition. And we've got the town garage contracts. So that's executive session. Anybody have anything else? Okay. Okay. Review of minutes, February 17th. And February 17th, info meeting. Shouldn't it say like town forum or something? Whatever.
It does at the top. Don't. East Montpelier Town Forum, Monday, February 17th, 2025.
Oh, that's on the minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at the agenda.
Okay. So I have some suggestions. Under present via Zoom, it ends with Sandal Kate, comma. And I'd either take away the comma or put a period or add another name after that.
I deleted the comma.
And then down in about the third paragraph of public comment that is about public Kellogg Hubbard Library, Mr. Gardner explained that it is a heavily used resource and the money requested is a per capita charge, comma, which is much lower than in larger communities. It should be, rather than that.
Okay.
In the next paragraph, TA Devine responded that it, with a lowercase I, was publicized on the website. I don't think we're publicizing Stephen King movies or novels on the website.
And then on the motion to sign the lease for the town garage, there should be some more.
That's on the other set of minutes.
Yeah, just one more thing on this set of minutes. That Mr. Etnier moved and Mr. Hess seconded adjourning the meeting.
Yeah.
And then the motion passed unanimously. It should be, and the meeting adjourned at lowercase a 6:28 p.m. That's all I had for this set of minutes.
Anybody have anything else? February 17th minutes.
I moved to pass the minutes from the February 17th town forum as amended.
No, we're doing I thought we were doing the minutes.
No,
Oh, we're doing the forum? Okay.
The forum minutes.
Yeah, gotcha.
A second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
They have it, they do have it. Okay, so that's the town forum minutes. Now we have
Like I said, in the paragraph, motion to sign lease for temporary work. We didn't have the lease, but we authorized, can't remember if it was Seth or Jen to sign the lease once it was available.
that's later after the executive session.
right.
So maybe that language that Tom is looking at should be removed? Or moved down to below?
If you wanna move it to the other side, that's fine, but still needs to be there.
So, how do you want to do this? Do you want to change the timing on the agenda and just move it all down to the executive session? Or do you want me to say reference what happened later on in the minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we did not handle this item until after the executive session.
Right, and
So-
that's, so it needs to be.
So we'll move it, okay?
Just move
Yeah.
it.
Everybody else could read this. I don't think there's an answer to it, but look at this.
Any other comments?
Yes, motion to sign the recreation policy. Then below that, new recreation board member motion should have the motion passed unanimously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody else can read it. Everybody else can read that side except for me.
And then I guess I didn't see this before, but for the recreation policy, the agenda item was stated as motion to sign recreation policy or something about signing something about a motion, but we decided that we didn't need a motion because we'd already passed that. So how about just striking motion to sign and just having it recreation policy? The select board chair signed the policy.
Okay.
And then finally, when you're ready, Rosie?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, down at about 2/3 of the way down that page, the meeting was reconvened at 6:31 p.m. And then the next line, Mr. Etnier moved and Mr. Brazier seconded. And then the words "a finding" should be inserted.
Okay.
Where does a finding go?
Seconded, finding it premature
Okay.
general public knowledge.
Okay.
That's one of those two-part motions where we need to make a finding and then we move to go into executive session.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Under other business, small typo, USDA.
Yeah, not the RDA,
Okay.
cross off R. Should be a period after written in the same sentence. Right? The board agreed that a letter could be written, period.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? We have a motion?
I move to approve the minutes as amended.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Ayes. Ayes have it. Do they have it? They do have it. Okay. So the next thing on our agenda, public comment. We have any public there? It's hard to see on the screen because one person has a whole screen.
I can change that if you prefer.
Well, that's okay. Scott's a beautiful guy, so. There's no public?
No, there's no.
Okay. Next thing is 6:35, we're running behind. Motion to appoint Viceville Beach Rep Maggie Farren.
Did we get information about her?
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't see that. I don't see that.
I had an email that I read a while ago.
There's an email February 18th.
Right, I read that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I make a motion that we appoint Maggie Farren as the representative on the Whitesfield Beach Committee.
We have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. The ayes appear to have it, they do have it. Okay, so Maggie Farren is our new rep on the Wrightsville Beach Committee. The next item, discuss Central Vermont Solid Waste Management Board of Supervisors rep. Okay. Are we looking for a rep? Or what are we doing with that item?
So we either have to fill it out, we need to assign someone, or just say, we're not at this time, we're not assigning anyone at this time.
To Central Vermont Solid Waste.
Right.
I mean, we did have John Jewett, but he's gone. Is that the position he was filling?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So we need to put an ad out there on Front Porch Forum, or? I would think. We could say something at town meeting too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. We probably ought to have a little description of the duties. I think they attend a meeting, is it once a month or twice?
I think it's once.
Once a month?
Once a month.
Yeah, we just need to get that information to us. So if I announce it at town meeting, we have some kind of idea. Okay, sounds good. The next thing is,
March 27th is when they want the information about whether we're appointing someone or not.
yeah, well, we gotta really push it. I mean, we should have somebody. I've done it before. John Jewett was doing, I think Carl did it too, didn't you, Carl? At one point?
I did it back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I was working with them in another capacity.
Oh.
I know someone that may be interested. I'll ask and get
Okay.
back.
Yeah, meanwhile, we'll announce it at town meeting and try to put an ad in Front Porch Forum. Okay. So, sign yearly certificate of highway mileage. That's usually a rubber stamp. What is that? Certificate of highway mileage.
Do you need a rubber motion?
We're gonna need something. I would think a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the certificate of highway mileage ending February 10th, 2025.
And to authorize the chair to sign it,
Okay,
Exactly what,
since we don't have a quorum in person.
right. Yep. Yeah, it's got lines for everybody, but I can sign it. Okay, any further discussion?
Is there a second?
I second.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
The ayes appear to have it, they do have it. Okay. We have warrants, and we have the other business. Do we want to do your letter, Carl? Because we don't have to go
Sure.
executive session for that.
Right. So this is just following our discussion last time, and I put together something that was fairly mildly worded, but let the senators and representative know what's going on, and made a request that's a fairly small request, basically minimum do your job request. We could tone it up. We could do something else. Whatever you want to do.
I read it. I'm comfortable with it. I think it's the proper tone, Carl. Thank you.
I agree.
Okay, there it is. Okay, sounds good.
Looks good to me.
Yeah,
Okay. So I move to authorize the town, the select board chair to sign this on behalf of the select board.
All right,
Second.
second. For any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Jen, could you put that on official letterhead for Seth?
It's not yet, I just, printed the email at this point.
Sure,
'Cause I
sure.
wasn't sure.
No, that's totally appropriate, and just for Seth to sign, if you could put it on letterhead sometime in the next couple days, that'd be great.
Okay,
Thank you.
So, the expense warrants I can pass around, but there's only two of us here. And then the town administrator report, we can start getting that going.
okay. So for the Vermont Bond Bank, few updates, the rate is 4.155%. The closing is on March 6th. And we will get all the documents that we need for requisitions at the time of closing. There's no disbursement schedule. And then the monthly invoicing for the town garage project will start end of April. The architect design is 95% complete on March 7th, and then it will be 100% complete March 14th. And then we need completion of that before we can do the guaranteed maximum price, before that can be determined. The AIA contracts are all still in review, and the GMP addendum is being worked on, and it's depending on the final design, before that can be done. We have a survey of the site, the draft was completed today. It's in your packet. Temporary garage rental, the town signed the lease, and paying the down payment and, in this warrant, and we're still waiting for signature on the lease. Efficiency Vermont may have possible incentives. They're waiting on the design docs from the architect. Some of the systems to manage this town garage project, we're using, the CX alloy from the commissioning agent. Blue Beam is being used by the construction, management company, and we're still having the Friday morning meeting. Demolition of the old town garage, so we did the asbestos lead testing, that's completed, we're expecting the results this week, and that'll dictate the next steps. We gotta remove all the items in the building, remove the furnishings, cleaning the floor, remove the power, and the phone service no sooner than April 1st. The road foreman's going to take care of the old phone line, which is still hooked up. FEMA, we put in the paperwork for the Z project, which is the administrative cost. For
I'm sorry, Jen, before you go on from the demolition of the old town garage and the other town garage stuff, I just want to comment. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we had that Friday afternoon meeting in the town office. What was it, January 10th or something like that? And people started really seriously talking about the demolition of the old town garage faster rather than later, sooner rather than later. And I'm just really impressed by how fast everybody's moved to make that happen and find an alternative site for the equipment.
Okay.
Going on to the FEMA topic, so we have the administrative costs. That piece is completed for 2023 disaster. So that should close out all the 4720 projects, triggering the obligation, so we get the payment for 2023. We still are awaiting FEMA's approval to trigger all of that. As far as the Hudson House, the town property, we have the boundary line adjustment recorded, and we're waiting on the final survey in order to ask the town lawyer to draft the notice that is needed for selling and listing with the realtor. So, the EECGB grant, the energy grant, we're still waiting on the draft of the sub-grant agreement, and the state energy office wrote a draft amendment to their grant. so we have that. CWF drafted a project plan and also provided a letter of intent for the collaboration between Efficiency Vermont and CWF. We just have a description of what the grant is, in case you would like to read that. We have the road crew job posting draft ad included in your packet. If you have any feedback, let me know. And we're planning to post it with the VLCT, Vermont Job Bank, the Clerk of Uni listserv, emails, possibly put it on the banner on our website and post it on our website. And we're willing to train for that position. For the MPG grant, this grant was discussed at the last planning committee or commission meeting. We also have the municipal resolution draft that's completed. A letter of support draft was completed from the Board of North Montpelier Community Trust. And the grant application was completed, and we have a paragraph there describing what the grant includes.
Could I ask a couple questions about that?
Yeah.
One is, you said it was discussed at the last planning commission meeting. Did they act on it?
They approved the work to move forward.
Okay, very good. And the other is, we were assured that the town would not be on the hook for any matching funds because there's an anonymous donor who will be putting those up. Do we have any assurance of that in writing?
Not yet in writing, no.
And who receives the grant, actually? I mean, I've already seen a plan.
Collective well,
Who?
collective well,
Who's that?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collective
Oh,
well.
That's
foundation.
apparently Selena Barton Moore's foundation, who is the person, is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I was curious about, was who exactly is Collective Well, but she also mentioned the Phoenix
Yeah,
organization, which has been unnamed and undefined.
Is that how this stuff worked? I thought it worked that the town, the municipality got the municipal planning grant and then could spend it on contractors like Collective.
Yeah. That's what I think too, but I've already seen a plan for North Montpelier. I've seen all of it.
You have?
Yes, I have. $5 million plan.
Really?
Yep, absolutely. Yep,
Okay.
5 million to buy the old house on the left there,
Mhm.
the land, rehab it, put in a cafe, housing. Uses all the right words, but there's already a plan, so I'm not sure who's receiving this money.
I wonder if the plan you saw was for the Goddard College. Because that sounds a lot like the one I saw for Goddard College.
I think that I think I also saw the one that Seth saw that did mention Collective Well. I thought maybe I'm misremembering what I read at our last meeting.
Right, I think at the last meeting, it was the initial draft from a long time ago, and now they're drafting a new municipal planning grant application, incorporating some of those topics.
Yeah, they use the buzzwords in the application for the grant, but there's already a plan that's gonna cost 5 million to implement. I saw it all in black and white. The pub is 250, or the coffee shop, the this, the that, buy the land. So I'm not quite sure what the 30,000 is supposed to do. They've already made a plan. And who's getting that money?
If it's a municipal planning grant, I would think it would go to the town,
Right,
and then the town would administer it.
And that's why I'm confused that the grant application is specifically requesting the money for their own organization.
I don't know. I don't see, so we're supposed to give our blessing to that, and then somebody's gonna apply for it, and they don't even say who. Who's applying for it? Is it town? Is Jen gonna do all the work, or who?
Selena Barton is working on it.
Yeah, but she gonna receive the money too.
Yes, that's what I'm confused about, and I wasn't sure if that's like kosher.
I don't think so myself, but
I'm not real comfortable with that.
I'm not either. Because I've already seen the plan. They've already made a plan. You know, it's gonna have greenhouses and do this and do that.
Wait, who's made a plan?
Somebody, I saw the plan. I assume it's Collective Well or Ms. Barton.
I think Collective Well is Miss Barton,
Right.
and that's what's confusing. And
And then she's a
Yeah.
member of the planning commission, and I'm not
Right.
thinking, I'm not that comfortable with this whole
No.
scenario, right, Tom?
Nope, I'm not.
Right, it smacks of a conflict of interest.
I have to say I want to learn more in order to feel comfortable with it myself.
Okay. How about you, Carl?
Yeah, no, I'm not understanding what's going on here. I mean, last time we saw a couple of blank applications and there was some expectation that we would take a vote to authorize something, which I didn't understand on the basis of those. And we said, let's have it go through the planning commission. And I guess they blessed it going forward. But if it's a municipal planning grant, I'm with you guys. It sounds to me like something the municipality should be administering. And I didn't know that there was a plan already. So what they would be doing beyond that would be very interesting to know.
Or we just funneling 30,000 to someone that's already made a plan?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I mean, we've got to be careful. This is taxpayers' money, so,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I know that the deadline is March 31st. We've still got another meeting, March 17th, to talk about this.
Right.
So I think we need more information and clarification.
I definitely want more clarification.
Okay,
Obviously, we're uncomfortable, so we're not going to vote on it.
no. Okay,
And I also think we need more information from the planning commission.
right, yeah, why'd they just
Not-
rubber stamp?
Not from,
Right,
that's my personal.
no, I agree. Yeah, I don't even know, you know, I'd like to see the reasons the planning commission gave it their blessing,
Right.
but we have nothing. And I have no idea where that money's supposed to go.
And I unfortunately wasn't able to stay until that point in the meeting, so I
Well-
don't know why either.
We still have 2 weeks, so I would say that we'll get some homework, homework done, and figure out what this all means. And remove the thought of conflict of interest, because I'm feeling that. And that doesn't work very well for us.
There's draft minutes on the website, I believe,
The draft of the plan?
that talks about, no, the planning commission minutes from.
Oh,
from
okay,
February.
and what did they say?
She basically was given the go-ahead to go with it, because they were concerned that because of the work that they're doing on the town plan in general right now, that there wasn't time for the committee, for the planning commission themselves to do it. She offered help from North Montpelier, citizens to get it all together to submit. And they said, okay.
Still a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but
To me, if it's a municipal planning grant, it has to go through the town.
it does, and not only that, but he's gotta look for, you know, you put it out there,
That's right.
And
There
then-
was no mention of any other North Montpelier plan
I already saw the
during the
plan.
meeting, so.
Yeah,
And if there is a plan, we should at least be able to see.
there's a plan. It's a couple pages.
I believe it.
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it. I
Okay.
have no idea where.
I brought it home. It's like, no, I'm gonna bring that plan home and read it and, you know, when I have time.
Yep,
It's like, they already have a plan. So what's the 30,000 gonna do?
right.
So we have to hire somebody to administer that grant, or we gotta administer the grant to somebody that's neutral.
Right.
Yes. Okay. All right, well, let's kick that off. Yes?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So that was the end of my questions about that part of the town administrator report.
Yes, and I jumped in there and had some of my own.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing on the town administrator report,
Is select board training
Yep,
Saturday, March 22nd, from 9 a.m. to 2:30. We had the Horn of the Moon kickoff meeting with the engineer. The lawyer needs a plan from the engineer to show the proposed permanent and temporary easement areas in order to start the 2 easement deed paperwork with the town lawyer. We provided an example plan to the engineer of what we need for that. For the Sodom Pond Culvert replacement project, we're working on one easement still. And once we get that, then we can submit the wetland permit. It's gonna cost $903. EMFD interlocal agreement, we're still waiting on Cal's to sign that. For the ash tree project, we sent out an additional reminder mailing, so that's completed. And then tomorrow, we're having the town meeting, so the office is closed. And there's an update there for that.
okay. So that is the town administrator report. And probably ought to authorize me to sign the warrants since there's no one here, just you and I. We don't have a quorum to sign the warrants.
I move to authorize the select board chair to sign the warrants for today.
I second.
Good job, Scott.
Oh, sorry, roll call.
I tried to beat you, Zoe.
Okay,
You did.
all right, so all those, any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Guys, here to have it, we do have it. All right. So the only other thing we have to do is the town garage contract.
I move that we enter into, let me see. Actually, no, we have the previous minutes have the finding that I want to be able to read. So hold on. Okay, I move that we find that a premature general public knowledge of the nature of the contracts under discussion would clearly place the select board or a person involved at a substantial disadvantage.
All right. We have a second?
I'm not seconding it. It's too many words.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes appear to have it, they do have it. Okay,
I move to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing a contract pursuant to 1 VSA 1313-1A.
It's 3131A, not 1313.
Thank you. That one.
Mockingbird Lane.
thank you,
I'll
Rosie.
second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye,
Aye.
okay. Okay, we're out of executive session at 7:16. Anybody have any concerns about the meeting tomorrow? Do you need more information, or everyone's pretty well prepared? Okay. All right,
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
all those in favor, please say aye.
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 The ayes have it. Appear to have it, they do have it.